What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and you'll have to forgive me for a minute if I may sound or act a little bit dejected in this video. And it's a bit understandable if you ask me, because I've been struggling the last few hours with a little bit of a almost stark realization that, coming from a collector's point of view, which I would generally consider myself, the fact that I now realize and believe I'm becoming more and more disenchanted with physical media is kind of disheartening to me, and it's a little bit strange, and I have to process it a little bit. Now, as I mentioned, this is especially concerning, or disconcerting, whatever way you want to look at it, for the simple reason is I do generally consider myself a game collector of sorts, and I have 600 plus games in physical form across multiple generations, ranging from the NES, hell, I don't even count my Commodore 64 games, but ranging from the NES all the way up to the current day. So you can see where it would kind of worry me, and it would be an actual topic that I want to think on and put some proper thought into before I come to some sort of decision or realization or whatever it is. But it made me realize just earlier today, a few hours ago, and it's almost the silliest thing that actually made me think about it, which I'll explain now in a moment. But over the course of this year, I've only bought 5 physical games. I've bought 5 if you include the one that hasn't been delivered yet but is currently out for delivery. So I'm still going to say with 5. But before that, I mean, I've been buying many digital games. I think I've bought maybe twice as many digital-only games this year. So where do I draw the line, and what makes it a physical purchase and what makes it a digital purchase in my mind? Strangely enough, usually a PC game is a straight digital choice. I don't really know why, with the exception of big physical collector's editions of games that I really want, which I will fork out for the physical collector's edition of. But why is it never kind of registered in my mind? Why do I consider PC as okay as a digital platform versus console games, which are generally I would consider not okay as a digital platform? Now, having said that, of course, I do have digital-only games on consoles. I do have digital versions of games on console, which also have physical versions. So it's a little bit strange. It also did contribute to this situation. For example, I've been playing over the last 6 months. I've been playing a lot of Halo 5, which I have a digital copy as well as a physical copy, mind you, of Halo 5. Gears of War 4, I have both physical and digital. Let's see, what else have I been playing? A lot of just PC games in general. PC games obviously are all digital. So, where do I draw the line, and where does that come from? But here's the really silly thing that basically got me thinking about this today. So a few hours ago, I was sitting here at my PC. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was looking around at the Nintendo site at the time. And if you've played Breath of the Wild, you know the little almost Portal-esque theme song, the battle theme song that plays when you get spotted by a guardian. So that just rang in my head for some completely random reason. And I looked at my Switch, which is on my computer desk beside my monitor. I looked at it and I just thought, you know what? I want to play Breath of the Wild. And then I just thought, oh, wait a minute. I have to go to the other room with my game collection, get my copy of Breath of the Wild, because I have Ultra Street Fighter 2 in my Switch, come back and set it all, not so much set it all up, but switch the game cards and then just go from there. And that made me think of the sheer convenience of digital games and going for digital platforms and just digital distribution in general. So it also didn't help that the Nintendo Switch, for some god-awful reason, has 32 gigabytes of internal storage, arguably less than that because of operating system and all that as well, which is a terrible design choice in 2017, by the way. And you have to buy a micro SD card to get around it on the case of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, hell, there's even a game that actually launched that does not fit on the Nintendo Switch in its base form. Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, that bundle, is something like 32 gigabytes, which you don't have full 32 gigabytes of memory on your Switch because of the operating system and all that. So that alone causes an issue. The fact that there is a game that does not physically, or digitally, whatever way you want to look at it, is not capable of fitting on the Switch in its base form really highlights the fact that it's a problem. I'm not here to take a dump on the Switch though. I'm just using that as an example. Like, let's look at my other consoles. I have a 500GB Xbox One, which is like 99% storage full. I would prefer to have a couple more extra things installed on it at once, as it is at the moment, but I just don't have the space and I'm not springing for an external hard drive. My PlayStation 4, 1TB, it's about 3/4 full with I think I have like 2 digital games and a bunch of physical games, which are all installed that I do plan on playing or do hope to go back to. And then of course there's my PC, which as part of the glorious PC gaming master race, hard drive storage is never an issue, so it's not even a concern and never once crossed my mind. But you see the point, you see what I'm getting at, the fact that it's just the sheer convenience and the fact that all my PC games are digital. Basically all the games I actually currently play on my Xbox One are all digital. Granted, I don't really play my PS4 much, but the games I do play on that at the moment are not digital, and my Switch is not digital. And I will make one more little point just before we wrap the video up as well. So it's not just for me, but it's very important for a consumer and someone who's going to spend money to actually feel like they're getting a product and feel like they're spending their money and getting their worthwhile out of it. So let me give you as an example. I'll use myself. When it comes to buying games, okay, if I buy a digital copy of a game, and I play through the game, I enjoy it, maybe I uninstall it and never re-download it. Maybe I uninstall it and possibly re-download it and play it again further down the line. Maybe I don't uninstall it and never play it again. Maybe I don't uninstall it and randomly play it 6 months or 2 years from now. The fact is, it's always digital and it will always be there, digitally. You don't have a physical side of it or anything to show for it, basically. Whereas when you buy a physical product, you can play through it, complete the game, do whatever, maybe leave it installed, maybe uninstall it. But the fact is, no matter what you do, and what you do or do not do, I should say, with the physical version of the game, you still have some physical, tangible proof of something you spent money on and what you got for it. And that may not be important to some people, but mentally it's important for consumers in general to feel like they've got something and feel like they've actually spent their money on a worthwhile product, or generally a product that they can look and feel, because it is a psychological thing at the end of the day. And I don't trade in games, so I have bookshelves of several hundred. I think I'm at 600 plus games at the moment, which, just all looks nice and it's a tangible, real thing that I've spent money on for me. But anyway, that's beside the point. What's your stance on digital distribution versus physical in 2017? Are you a staunch physical advocate? Are you a staunch digital advocate? Is there a specific line that you have to balance between physical and digital? Whereas, like, if a game is on a certain platform or a certain size or a certain type of game or whatever, what's the way and balance for you to understand that? Especially if you're a collector, I'm very curious to see your outlook on it, as well as your general consumer, your general gamer, or your hardcore gamer, your casual gamer, whatever it is. I want to see what the different people that play games, the different people that collect games, the different people that enjoy games and gaming as a hobby, I want to see what their take is on it. Physical, digital, convenience, collector's value, personal sentimental value, physically having something to look good on a shelf. What's the deal? Let me know all of that anyway in the comments section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.